Get ready, friends. It's time for another Historic Metals livestream. Before we begin, don't forget to click like for the algorithm, be sure to subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. Also, be sure to click the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos and live streams. Now, let's get things started and make some history together. Here's your host for the show, Corky K, from HistoricMetals.com.
Historic people, what's going on, everybody? It's Monday night. It's time for the big show. What do y'all know? I see the usual suspects out there in the chat. I see that I think Sean was first, or Stuart Sean. Yeah, Sean was first tonight. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And Cons and Carlitos and GSF and Hambone. Michael E., good to meet you. Sean, SkyQuest, SkyQ with the high IQ. You finally get to hear how I hear it in my head when I see your name, and I always say that to you. It's SkyQ with the high IQ. I just get little rhymes going for people like the Copier Man on SNL back in the day. So, we'll run through our usual bits of business, wallets, giveaways, sniper training, and news. We'll start with the news. Everybody knows I'm moving to Costa Rica in January. This is pretty much the last show of November, with December kicking off next week. I'm looking around for a calendar when I can just click my screen and get the one in Windows right there. Okay, so today's Monday, the 27th of November. Today is show number, I think, 28, something like that. I can't remember. But I think we're going to close on show 30 in 2 weeks. So the reason why is so that the very last show I do in the United States for the year, all the shipping gets taken care of and delivered and confirmed delivered as usual before I leave the country. Because once I leave the country, I'm not going to be able to help you if something doesn't show up. Or, I mean, I'll be able to do a refund, but whatever. I mean, I would like to have everything wrapped up by the holidays. That way it's all delivered. Everybody's got their stuff. We're not worried about Christmas shipping delays. We're not worried about me getting on an airplane to another continent in January, so that you have your stuff and everybody is good to go. So, hey, Invisible River, good to not be able to see you. Get it? See what I did there? Anyway, yeah, so Invisible. Yeah, anyway, moving on. So yeah, we'll do that. Now, currently, everyone is fully, I'm leaning over to Pirate Ship on the second computer. I'm 100% delivered, except for you, Michael Evans, who are still in transit, it looks like, till tomorrow, because I'm in Tennessee and you're in Seattle, and literally going the farthest of any package this week. So it looks like, by all indications, you got received in Seattle today, and you'll get it tomorrow at your house. Just double checking that at the USPS. Everyone else is delivered and good to go, even Guam. So it's actually faster to get a package from Tennessee to an island than it is to get from Tennessee to Seattle. Imagine that. Because we have one customer who lives in Guam. And I won't call out where people live, generally speaking, but I already did that you live in Seattle, Michael. But whatever, you don't actually live in Seattle proper, according to your address, so they'll have to hunt you down to rob you. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it looks like you'll get it tomorrow. It's at the USPS Regional Destination Facility today at 10:30 a.m., probably after the mail truck left, so you'll get it. Cool. But it's amazing that it got to Guam before it got to Seattle from here. I mean, they're both airplanes. I would think it's not that different a distance either, really, from Tennessee to Guam. Yeah, it's probably like triple the distance that it is to Seattle. I don't know. I've been all over the world, but I didn't measure it. Okay, so anyway, I forgot my yardstick when I was proving flat Earth when I flew around the equator one time. All right, so moving on. Okay, so that's the news. I am going to wrap up auctions in 2 weeks, so buy it while you can. Specials are getting better. I brought the Halloween skeletons out because I might auction those guys off at the end. I don't know. They were something I did a little video with at Halloween on my personal channel and for Facebook. And I put them on the shelves behind me because I thought they looked cool. Anyway, the the silver we have tonight, I'm gonna do some 1 ounce stuff like I do so everybody can get at stuff they can afford. But we're, like I've been warning you, we're running out of little stuff. We're gonna be getting into some bigger stuff. 5 ounce. I'm gonna break out some stuff I was hesitant to sell before. Now I might as well sell it as put it in a safe and go to another country while it's here, until I can come back and sell it. So, because I can't take it all with me, and the bigger pieces are harder to carry than the ones I can throw in my pocket and carry through airport security. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and do the beginning of the stream giveaway. We have 15 people watching. Y'all know what to do. It'll be #historic. I already have it set up. I'll put it on that screen so you can watch for your names to get their blue dot like we do. That's the keyword you're looking for. This is the screen you're watching to see if you're on it. So if your name is there, you're chatting. If you have a blue dot next to your name, you're in the contest. And I found out if I make this smaller, it ruins the on-screen display of the chat. It's in the same browser, and even though I've used different browser private windows, it seems to all be tied to the same magnification. So anyway, we'll just leave it and I'll scroll around. But make sure everybody gets your name in there, and I'll keep greeting people that I haven't greeted yet. All of you, basically. I'll just start from the top. Carlitos Cons, Daniel Gold, Sniping Farmer, Hambone, Invisible River Ranch, John Lucas, Michael Lee, Roger Barker, Sean, Sky Q with the high Q, Sunseeker, Spokane Silver Stacker, and Stacking Steve. Now, while you guys are doing your #historics, because that doesn't require too much explanation once it starts rolling, people know what they're supposed to do. Let me rattle off the wallets at you real quick. Those are getting less. There's less wallets here this week than there were last week, but there's still too many. And we got to start wrapping it up. Now, for those of you that have wallets, especially you regular customers like Stuart, Hambone, and Gold Sniping Farmer who have pretty sizable wallets here, normally I would be urging you to collect them because they're getting heavy and valuable and expensive to put into the USPS randomly to maybe be lost. But with that said, with only 2 weeks left after tonight, a total of 3 more auctions, I'm not going to push this hard for you to collect your wallets until the last one. And then I'm going to demand that you collect your wallets or lose them. Because if you don't give me shipping information in time, I'm going to have to just figure out what you owed and try to refund it. And that's nearly impossible because I don't keep records for the IRS to find. Let's just put it that way. I do the deal and I throw the scraps of paper away after the show. It's all very yard sale here. So yeah, the wallets. Stuart, you have a wallet. Hambone, you have a wallet. Gold Sniping Farmer, you have a wallet. SGT, if you're here, you have a wallet. Shroom Day and Polly Buck both have empty wallets that were the product of their generosity, gaining them a free wallet if they buy anything. But currently, Shroomy stuff is shipped and Polly has got an open wallet. Carlitos, you have a wallet. Kellen L, you have a Galwin here, so that's a wallet. Daniel K, you've got some gold and a wallet. John Lucas, you have a Galwin and a wallet. Angry Warrior Tackle Box has some silver in a wallet. Nash Landings has some silver in a wallet. Metal for Breakfast has a Galwin in a wallet. Spokane has a Galwin in a wallet. Dan's Smoking Treasures has some silver he bought. Trollfire has some gold and a Galwin. And Sunseeker, you got some silver in a wallet. So those are the wallets, and if everybody can hear. If you're not sure, just ask in chat. And I will confirm or deny if you got a wallet or not. Some new folks here. Misfit Stacker, nice to meet you. Welcome. You're welcome to bid. Just ask if you win anything. You know, we haven't done business before. You pay right away. If 2 or 3 people that I know and trust you, then we'll just let you pay at the end. Hey, Spokane. Glad to see you. So that's the wallets. Let's do some sniper trading, and then we'll run the GAW. Sniper trading goes like this. For those of you who don't know, I play a video at the end of an auction. The video has archery in it. There are 2 arrows that hit the target. The first arrow, the word sold will appear on the screen. That's the one you're trying to aim for. That second arrow is the guy who's late. Didn't make it. It makes sense when you see it. So we do a couple of dry runs where we do some test fires, and you can put whatever you want in chat. When you see that second arrow, that's when you want to try to hit it. Now understand there's latency, lag, and delay, so make sure that you have clicked the little red button at the bottom of the screen on PC that says live. That'll sync you, or you can run double speed till you're caught up and it slows back down. That means you're live. Make sure you're in live chat, not top chat, at the top of your chat box. On Apple, I believe that's just some other words that don't make sense, but for the rest of the world, it's live chat or top chat. And let's see, make sure your chat is synced up, make sure your video is synced up. I play the video, you fire the shots, the winner wins the thing. But these are tests. Here's test number 1. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that was premature by me. My bad, my bad, my bad. That was me. That was me. I sent it too soon. Everybody that sniped is late because I was early. That's part of what we're testing here. And what happens, I'll admit to you what happens, is I sit here with it typed in and the enter button, and all I got to do is hit enter at the right moment. But my finger will twitch and like hit the button like a muscle spasm because I'm sitting there hovering. Ever done that when you're like holding your mouse and you just accidentally click because you're 50 something and your fingers twitch sometimes? And I don't even drink. Lots of coffee though. All right, so anyway, let's do it again. By the way, after every auction and after every sniper video, this sign briefly shows you how to pay me. I also do take Zelle. The email address works for that. It works for email, it works for Zelle, and it works for PayPal. For Venmo and Cash App, it's just Historic Metals. It ain't hard. Info@HistoricMetals.com, but people never seem to be able to figure that out. You can also ask the bot with exclamation point info, which is pinned, exclamation point pay, or exclamation point email to get the details. Thank you very much. Let's do another sniper movie. Here we go. Yeah, right? All right, that one was right. So, and we did get some snipes, but we also got some lates because you guys were anticipating me being a little bit longer that time. So we'll do it a third time for real. But this time I did get some snipers who made it. So let me show you the results over here. Wait, I got to change the monitors again. So in the chat room, the way that played out was like this. That was the first one where everybody was late. Then here's the second one where we got a lot of you right before it. I didn't put a marker in, so I'm not sure which ones are from being late the last time or early this time, because they just kind of ran together. But you know where you were. So there it is. The only people who didn't make it was John Lucas. And he was real close. Real close. So everybody is looking good. Let's do it one more time. I'll put last test as the marker this time. And actually, let me just put a marker because that way we can tell, okay, it starts here. Okay, so now when you see it, anybody that's after the line but before the thing is the thing, and the thing is the thing, and you know the thing. Okay, so, all right, you know the thing. What do we do? Wait, I go back over. What the fuck am I doing? Oh yeah, I play the video. Boom. All right, so this time that was pretty good. We got people on both sides of the line. Let's go to the live and see how it played out. All right, so I put the line. Here's all the snipes. Wait, where's my sold? I hit it. It's sent. It shows up on one of my chat rooms. Let me refresh this. I have this open in a tab that you guys can see that I just reloaded. There it is. And everybody made it because that's at the bottom. So literally everybody nailed it that time. You guys have got it. Everybody's in between the marker and the actual mark. So very good. Most excellent. Hey, Chucks. So with that, let's move over to the next thing, which is the free thing. Let's make sure everybody has got their hashtag historic in. It looks like, Carlitos, I know you're here and you've typed it. Must have misspelled it. I'm going to fix that for you. Ronald Smith, I know you're always here, man. I'm going to fix you too. So everybody seems to be all squared away for the thingamabob, for the GAW. So let's give away a gram of silver. Next up. There you go. You typed it fixed it. It's all good. Everybody's in. We got 16 edgeable users and 22 watchers, 18 users and 22 watchers. For those that came in during snipe testing, we are doing hashtag historic for the GAW. So let's go ahead and get those last couple users, 18 in, 22 watching. At least one of the watchers, maybe two of them are me. So if I get 20 people in there, we're pretty much everybody. And if not, we got some slackers. And that's okay. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and get a gram of silver yanked out of the random bag here and see what we got this week for the first one. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. I'm not sure what it is until we put it on the microscope because I'm old and can't see, but it looks cool. So we'll do that. All right, so, all right, you know me, I'm not super fancy. I don't have rubber ducks or jet planes. I just push a button and it tells us who won. So let's find out. Daniel K wins today. Daniel K has won the giveaway. Let's show him what he's won, Monty. All right, let's do that. Microscope. It's a lion, Graham. It's just the cutest little lion dude. Isn't that dude awesome? I think I love that little guy. I don't want to give this one away. That's awesome. I've never seen this one. I mean, they're in a bag, right? They're in like this big bag of grams here. And I pulled one out. And they're all random. But I absolutely love the little lion dude. Hey, Shroomy, you got a wallet. I sat out so someone else can win for a change. Oh, that was nice of you. You already have a wallet anyway, so there's nothing in it. You got it for being a generous person at some point, doing something nice to somebody. So, yeah, I love the little guy. And the back of it is just waffle back, so that's cool. And 100x view of my fugly fingers is gross, so let's move that. All right, let me put that in a little baggie, get you set up, and we'll get going with the auction showing. All right, here we go. Where are my littlest baggies for grammars? Here they are. Oh, something else I might do. So whenever I get done, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I may say things I'm going to do, and then I won't do them, and that's okay, too, because that's life. But for example, when I started out doing this metal dealing stuff, I bought things like bulk baggies. This is baggies full of baggies in all different sizes here, like a few different sizes, right? But I have like a bag full of bags full of baggies because they heard I like baggies, so they put a baggie in a baggie for me. And I have a bunch of baggies. I have 2x2 flips, the cardboard ones, you know, like 10,000 of them, and they're brand new. Like, this is all stuff I bought to manage my inventory, right? Well, it's all going in storage, and I'm going to be paying monthly storage while I live in another country until I can come home and deal with it. So I maybe have a big auction in addition to my weekly ones that'll run for 2 or 3 more weeks till we get till about 2 weeks before the end of the year to cover all the shipping and wrap up. I will maybe have like a yard sale, and that yard sale will be stuff like coin supplies, maybe stuff from around my house, like not necessarily precious metals, but guy moving to another country with a 3-bedroom house and he's got to put stuff somewhere, and maybe in your house is a good place for that. So I might have a big yard sale on like a Sunday or something, because Sundays they're streamers, but it's yard sale kind of streams. I don't know, maybe Saturday's got some dead time in the mornings. But I'm watch for that, because in the next couple weeks I may make a big pile of stuff and be like, this is eBay, not Historic Metals. But come check it out, and maybe there'll be interesting things. And that'll include stuff like maybe my pocket watches that I've shown some of you that are 150-year-old pocket watches. Or I have other collections of things besides precious metals that I need to get rid of. I've got like 50 guitar pedals and 25 guitars. Now, I don't know if I want to ship guitars to people. I'll probably keep those and start hauling them to Costa Rica every time I fly home. And either keep them or sell them down there for double, because anything American in Costa Rica sells for double. But a lot of stuff, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Meanwhile, I've got to put this in Daniel's wallet before I lose it. Daniel's wallet is over here. He already had the ball in and a piece of gold in there. Nice little 10th ounce of gold or something. Coin of some sort. Yeah, it's a 10th ounce Philharmonic of gold in Daniel's wallet. Nice. All right, so let's auction stuff. Let's sell stuff. Let's go to the item box. All right, so we do auctions and bins here. We'll do the thing we usually do. I'm still kind of getting rid of the last few of these. 2013 Maple, it's going to be when I... And by the way, don't start bidding until I put it in chat like everybody else. But 2013 Maple auction. Buck and go. Kick them off, folks. $1 and go on the 2013 Maple and encapsulated device. An encapsulation device. Got the queen on the back. It's just your typical pulled off a roll. It's been capsuled and touched and probably has milk because it's a maple, and it's not a bad one. All right, they're kicking. 10, 1, 15, 20, 15, 20. You guys are confused. 22, 24, 24, 23, 25, 25. Currently Hambone, 25. Pushing it right up there. All right, I like to see that. That's where it needs to be, over spot. Spot, by the way, is something we usually look at together as well. Let's do that real quick. I got it right here. Spot closed today at 24.72 ask. So call it $25 spot plus the $1.26 is about what stuff's going to be at most of your major retailers right now. That's what you need to know. All right, we're at 25 to Hambone at the current moment. That sounds pretty good to me for a maple. Let's run it. Snipers. This is for real. And Farmer takes it. Let's double check that. Daniel's in there too. Left desktop, live view. That's in top chat. Let's refresh it and see what's really going on. Refreshed. Sold to Farmer at 26. He's outstanding in his field. All right, Mr. Farmer, let me write you down. GSF plus 26. That goes in your wallet with your other silver right over here beside me. You have 2 rounds on a bar and an assay, and that makes your stack weird shape. That makes it fall over. Okay, let's go with that. All right. Okay, thought you had it, but you were cut off at the pass. Yeah, increasing your playback speed is one way, but also if you look at the bottom of the video window, there's a button that says live, and it has a red dot next to it. If it's not red, you're not live. If it is red, you're live. If you're on a TV or a phone, well, you shouldn't be. You should be on a computer for auctions, or you're going to get beat every time. But otherwise, yeah, that's the way. Double speed, increase your playback speed till it slows itself to normal. That's caught up. Press the play button, or the live button. Refreshing the page can sometimes get you pretty close. On phones, I don't really know what to do because I can't imagine using the internet from a telephone full time. That's just painful. All right, so, all right. What are we going to do now? Light a cigarette. That's what we're going to do. Then we're going to sell some more stuff. Let's go. Next up, you guys remember these from last week, but I'm going to do it a little different this week, and I'm going to do it quick because I just want them gone. They're going to be a space-taking thing that I'd rather sell than store. Have to weigh, proverbially speaking and physically, what I want to put in storage versus what I just want to get sold. I counted these before the show. Let me write it in the chat, tell you what we got going on here. This is this is an auction. This one's gonna be, and you'll see why, but it's a starting bid of $75. And here's what it is. Remember the dimes I sold you guys at dollar face values last week for bundles of 10, and they were in cards, and they're hard to show. Here, let me go on the face screen and do it there. So I had this big box full. It was full last week before the auction, and now it's down to 37 dimes. I'm going to sell them as one bundle. Each of the pieces of paper is years. I can tell you there's some 16, some 17, some 19, some 20s, 1923, 24, 30, 35, 36, 37. Good selection. 38. Doesn't look like there's any 38s. I think that's just piece of paper. 39's got some. 41, 42. Looks like is the latest. So yeah, they range from 1916 to 1942 in various quantities. And you can see, like, I just put pieces of paper in there with years on them and kind of threw them in there, and they're kind of flip-flopping. I don't want to spill them. But that's basically $2 a merc starting bid. They're carded already. They're, you know, some of them are fantastic. Some of them are pretty typical. But they're all okay. All of them you can read. All of them got years. You know, of course, the newer ones are better than the older ones. They're old dimes. Taking out like this 42. She's pretty freaking nice looking. Let's go over here and put a couple on the screen closer. Just pull some randoms out. I'm not going to get picky about this at $2 a dime. But basically, I just want to sell the whole bundle. So if you're looking for a pile of mercs that you can easily admire in the cards, they've been in cards for a long time, man. I can tell. Because the staples are kind of rusted a little bit. But, you know, they're all there. They're good dimes. So I have one bidder at 75. It's a good collection. See, this one's even marked EF. So the guy I bought them from was an old man. Really old man, and he was the kind that carded everything and wrote on all the cards and looked up their graves and spent all his time on that. So he's got a marked VG and XF, and you can pretty much rely on that. And like this kind of shit all scribbled out. Not gonna kid you, this is collector's collection, you know. Pretty interesting stuff. I'd almost like to know the history. You know how we wonder sometimes, you get a dime or something and you're like, man, this thing's 100 years old. I wonder where it's been. But sometimes I see these collections like this with all the writing on the cards. I wonder where the collection's been for the last 50 years, you know? When you think about it, some of these things could have been put in these cards in like 1960, you know? And they'd still have been old and collectible at the time. So, but yeah, if you're filling books or if you're looking for years or you like mercs, winged liberties, be sure to watch my video about winged liberties if you haven't seen it. It's one of my finest ever videos that I ever made of all of them. I spent a lot of time on it. It's one of the first ones I made when I still really had a lot of heart and passion. And I also did the research and learned so much. It's such an educational trip to learn about winged liberty dimes and how they came to be called Mercury dimes and all of that. Very interesting video, if I do say so myself. It was interesting to make. and I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. So if you watch any of my videos and want to help with my watch time, spend the 8 minutes or whatever on the Winged Liberty one, and probably the Carson City dollar one. Those are the two that are worth watching. The rest are just dribble. All right, so cool. So we have Sean at 75. I don't see a lot of people attacking him for that. So let's go ahead and run the snipers on the dimes. Let me get the sold set up here and get ready to run it. Let's sell some dimes. The dimes have been dropped. It looks like there was no contest to Sean on that. That's a great pickup, Sean. You did the right thing. Some of these will sell individually for far more than the $2 because of their condition. There are no, I guarantee you, there's no prima donna special year mint error $1 million dimes in there, but there's some $5 and $10 dimes in there. And there's some dollar dimes in there. But you definitely will come out ahead on these if you sold them single. If not, they're a great collection to kick off a Mercury dime collection. One last look at it before we go. 37 years of 37 years of dimes, or not 37 years, but 37 dimes with looks like about a dozen years worth of random years. Let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, about 14 different years worth. And then there's different mint marks in the years too, so you'll get some P's and S's and whatever. All right, so cool. Let me put that in your wallet, Sean, which is over here. I saw it earlier. No, it's Stuart. You don't have one, so that's a new wallet for you, Sean. I thought you had one, but I must have shipped it last week or something. All right, let's write all that down. So, okay. We did that at 70. Oh, wait, Hambone sniped, but he missed on the live chat. I'll just prove that real quick. I didn't notice it before, Hambone 76, but he did miss. So, sorry about that, dude. All right, so, yeah, right. So, Sean, 75 plus 6 for a wallet. Let's get you a wallet. It's a good time to get a wallet, even if you have to pay for it, because if you run it for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I promise you there's going to be stuff happening here. And probably the closer I get to the end of the month, I'm not saying you shouldn't buy things I decide to sell tonight, because you know me, I'm fickle. I might never offer it again. I might decide I love it. But towards the end of the month, I may be getting desperate. Actually, I don't think I am. I'm in pretty good shape. I paid off my credit card last week. How many people can say that? I only got one credit card, but I paid it off in full because I thought if I'm going to another country, I better have a plane ticket, a hotel room, and an Uber ride covered, you know, like at all times in my back pocket. So I took my credit card, put it away, you know, and but I got enough covered to get home if all goes crazy down there. So let's see. All right. Even though saying get home is kind of funny because I'm getting rid of my home here for real. I turned in my lease ending notice today, as a matter of fact, for the end of the year. My lease ends on New Year's Eve, which is crazy, but that's when I leased. It just coincidentally worked out, but I moved here on New Year's Day and signed my lease on 1st of January. 3 years ago. I got to Middle Tennessee again for the 10th time in my life. All right, so that's GSF and Sean's wins are written down and walleted. Let's go to the next thing. Troll Fire, you got a wallet, bud, and you better not be writing me no bouncy checks. I will bounce up here from Costa Rica and bounce on top of you. All right. Yeah, you got gold here, Troll Fire, so don't sleep. All right, let's sell some stuff here. We'll stay with the ounces for a minute. We'll keep it simple. How about well, since we gave away a cute lion gram as a gaw. Let's do this right here. Here. And I think that's a good starting bid. We've got the Sierra Leone. We gave away a cute little lion as a gram giveaway. We're going to give an angry lion, or not give an angry lion away, but we're going to auction an angry lion away. In case you weren't sure if it's a lion, it says so. Like right there at the top. It's absolutely, undeniably a lion. In case you weren't sure. It's $1 in Sierra Leone. Does not have the queen on the back. It has palm trees and weird creatures and shield. That's like a proof. Republic of Sierra Leone 2022 lion proof with the two-tone back. Let's look at that on the microscope and try to read the Latin and stuff. The badass lions and shield on the back. Lions everywhere. Lions on the left of me. Lions on the right of me. Here are lions stuck in the middle with you. It's not Latin. Unity, freedom, and justice. It's English. 2022 style. Palm trees and coconuts. That's my future. Republic of Sierra Leone. Okay, flip that bad boy over. Capsule's got some inscratulation on it, but the coin doesn't. What is that? That's actually, no, that's not a scratch, or that's the reflection of like the lights in the microscope. See that weird circle constellation thing? That's not on the coin or capsule. That's on the microscope, but the coin is such a mirror that it's like showing it. See that when I get it in the light? Well, maybe it is on there, but it's really faint. I don't know what that is, but I don't think it's on the coin. It's either on the plastic or it's moving, so it's on the plastic. My bad. But it's definitely on the capsule, not the coin. Anyway, the lines are actually part of the design. It's got lines all over it if you look real close. It's got like lines just going through it. And the capsule's just kind of beat up. But it doesn't look that bad like in your hand. Like it looks bad at 10x, 100x or whatever. But when you look at it here, you can't even see that stuff. So, I don't know. I think that's just all magnified plastic scratches on the capsule. So where are we at? We got Hammy opened it up at 25. Thank you. Daniel at 26. Shroomy at 27. The lion's pretty cool. I love it. I just think it's hilarious that they had to tell you, though. Like, just in case you weren't really sure what that giant, bearded, ferocious jungle creature was, it's a lion. It says so. Or a lion. Actually, that's an N, but it kind of looks like an M. Anyway, it's if you look these up, it's a series. You can get the Sierra Leone animals for every year. It's another one to collect. And it's a cool looking one. So 27, that's not too shabby. I'd like to see this one be over 30. That's really where they sell at. But we'll have to find out what the snipers do. Hey, Stack in the South, how are you? We're about to run snipers on this Lion of Leon. I really dig it. It's very shiny and glittery in person. It's all the cuts in the lion's hair. It's not high relief, but it's a higher relief than most things. So he's got a lot of reflectivity. Pistol packing pilot. What's the thing? We got a lot of onomatopoeia going here with like Stacking the South and pistol packing pilot, and I'm supposed to say all this pretty quickly. All right, let's run the sniper video on the Leon Lion. Well, that got where it was supposed to get, just exactly where it was supposed to get at 31 to Troll Fire. But let's check it out over on the big screen. 31 to Troll Fire is the first 31 I see. Well done, Troll. Good fire, Troll. Writing you down. It's just a couple dollars short of where it needed to be, but I'm happy with 31. That doesn't hurt so bad. Let me put that in Troll Fire's wallet. It's over here somewhere. Here it is. He's got gold. He's got silver. He's got it ready. He's a regular collector, that one. All right. Let's see here. Let's do another ounce, and then we'll start creeping up in size, like I was talking about a little bit. Let's do. Oh, what the heck? I'm feeling fun. And these seem to always generate a lot of action for you guys to participate in. So it is a. We're gonna do a buck and go again. Buck and go on this here Freddy Krueger end. This is a 2023 South Africa Krueger end. Let me put it on there and get it to focus and get my hand out of the way. There we go. 2023 Freddy Krueger. Auction buck and go. Got the bearded dude on the back. One of the ugliest pictures of the Queen ever taken. $26 to Daniel K. Who knows what a Freddy Krueger end is all about? Do I have any Morgans? My friend, you've come to the right place. I showed Morgans last couple weeks, but I'll show some more tonight. The question is, how serious are you? Are you double-digit Cull Morgan serious? Or are you triple-digit collectible Morgan serious? Or are you quad-digit Boss Morgan serious? Going Hambone. I'm almost out of NGC Eagles. I think I did sell out of NGC Eagles. I'd have to look. Oh, I did sell a GSA. That's right. That's right. I did sell you one, Sean. I forgot I actually sold one of those things. Or did I sell both of them? Come to think of it, where the fuck did I sell those? I sold both of them, didn't I? Wait, there's my stack of 4. I used to have 6. I think I showed 2. Yeah, I sold them both. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Yeah, I did. I sold 2 big old. I sold some triple-digit Morgans last week for a smoking deal, actually. And I think both of you guys should order new boxes and papers for $20 on eBay, and then increase the value of them tremendously that way, because the complete package sells for a lot more than when you just have the pieces. So yeah, where are we at on the Krueger end? We got bidders. Let me roll back and look. Why doesn't my mouse wheel scroll chat? It doesn't scroll chat at all. What the fuck? There it goes. So let's see. We had a shroom. We had Daniel at 26 on the Krueger end. 27 to Steve. We don't have to push the. I mean, this one should also be in the 28, 29, $30 range, but let's see what the snipers do in just a moment. We'll give it another moment for everybody to get back on track here. We're looking at a 2023 Krueger end. It's a nice one. It's actually straight off a roll, straight into a capsule at a dealer, like at probably AppMex or SD or somebody, because this thing is flawless. Like, you can tell the coin in there is just absolutely never been touched. And I certainly never opened the capsule once I got it. And I think it's one of those on fire guy or the factory type capsules. It's not something chintzy like I buy. The ones with the white foam rings, those are me because they were cheap. And I had to do like 400 ounces, so I had to buy the cheapest one I could find because when you're buying like 500 capsules, it's money. All right, so anyway, we got some bids. Let's go ahead and run the sniper video on the Freddy Krueger end. Come on, snipers! No snipes. Stacking Steve, 27. Now, Stacking Steve, you do not have a wallet, so that's a +6 new wallet for you for the next 2 to 3 weeks till we quit doing shows. All right. Stacking Steve. +27, +6 wallet. And Stacking Steve, I can't remember if we've done business before, but I know I've seen you around. Has Stacking Steve ever paid any of you people? Do I need to make him pay right away, or can I wait till the end of the show on this guy? Because I actually prefer less transactions, but I do like to verify people, especially when there were other bidders on the thing. Oh yeah, I think we have. I feel like we have, but with Stacking the South, Stacking Steve, and Sunseeker, and 17 other S names, Stuart and Sean, and Sky Q, and Shroom Day, it's like somebody, something, something, somebody. Sure. Speaking of onomatopoeia. All right, well, you got a new wallet, +6, Stacking Steve, Krueger in, safely stashed and written down. What's next? What's next? Let's get a little bigger. Let's get a little bigger. How about factually change of plans, gentlemen and ladies. We're not going to get a little bigger. We're going to get a little smaller. I fooled you. All right, so next up, I just noticed these. I have my silver is sorted into like, there's a box with 1 ounce rounds, there's a box with bars, there's a box with oddball size stuff, the 1.5s and the 3s and things like that. And I went to go get something bigger out of that and actually stumbled into something smaller. So next up is, what's the year on this bad boy so I can type it in? Does it even have a year? Yes, it does. There it is. All right, so this is smaller. And we'll buck and go it, because I really don't know what it's worth. I think it's worth damn near as much as an ounce because it's rare. Or whatever, not rare, but lower mintage. But here we have a 2019 Canadian Polar Bear half-ounce round. And the thing about the half ounces is they make less of them than the ounces. That's all I can really tell you. But this is 4.9 fine Polar Bear on an iceberg. Queen on the back. $1. Proof like, again, you know, you got the mirror queen on the satin finish. I don't really know what these are worth. I should check, because this might be one of those things where it's like, holy shit, these are $40. Why? You know. But let's look at it on eBay together while we're doing some bidding. Let's type in 2019 half-ounce silver Polar Bear Canada. Let's check it out. Let's get real-time honesty going like we do. Let's sort it by buy it now. The first one that you'd be able to get at the lowest possible price. and find out what they're going for on the marketplace of marketplace making. The eBay, eBay, price plus shipping, lowest first, lowest lane. Let's get into lowest lane. You can get one for $22, 25 from JM, well, 24 and change from JM Bullion, but of course you'd have to buy a billion to get free shipping. So anyway, yeah, these are $22 to $25 all day, folks. 22 to 25 looks like about 24. This guy thinks his is worth 48 bucks because he's doing the crack. But then again, a lot of people think they're worth 48 and 60. Some of them are graded though. But yeah, those people are high. A 240 count box of them is $4,100. That's kind of interesting. Can you imagine having 240 half-ounce rounds? Like, a few is probably smart. I don't know if 250 is necessary. But anyway, yeah, that's what it looks like. He's a polar bear skating on an iceberg. And they're worth $22 to $24. So currently we're at 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. I'm going to hang in there a minute before I run the sniper video on this. I'd like to see us get up around 20 before we get to sniping. Who's going to drive it up where it belongs and try to take it home by scaring everybody else off with their serious bid? That's the question. Also, why are we doing a disservice to Mr. Shroom Day when he's actually here and one of the only artists who continuously comes to my show? He deserves more prominent placement with the owl, which I still think is one of the most beautiful pieces of silver I own. And if you could see it in person, the delicate detail of the owl, it's one of the most amazing silver pours I've ever seen. And he thinks I'm blowing smoke up his ass. And he doesn't think it's his best piece. But I think it's fucking amazing. Alright, so anyway, alright, cool. We got Shroomy at 20. Let's run the sniper video now and see if Shroomy gets stuck with it for being a nice guy. Or if somebody takes it from him in just 15 seconds. Let's find out. Snipers. Ooh, he got stuck with it. Ah, you got suckered, Shroomy. I talked you into bidding it up, and then nobody bid against you. Now you got to pay $20 for the $25 coin. What a ripoff. No, you certainly didn't. You just made about $6. Not only did you already have a free wallet from being a generous guy or winning a giveaway and then giving away the gram or something, I don't remember, but I know this. You've got a free wallet, and now you've got a $26 to $48 coin for 20 bucks. So the other people, they done fucked up by not bidding 22 on that bad boy. But now that I know that you people will buy half ounces of silver, now that I know that's a thing that people will buy, let's do some more of them. Now these are interesting in a different way, but also one of them, let me put it this way, you're going to want to be the highest bidder on these because there's two, and the winner's going to get choice. But one of them seems to be a roll end and has some just ever so faint staining. I wouldn't even call it toning. The other one seems to be pretty clean and looks really nice. Now what these are, I'm going to type it in and try to explain it. And then we'll run it. So these are these are also half ounce, so I'll put that in the notes here. These are also B&G winner picks. Descending order as usual. Okay, I didn't need to type that, but I already did, so I'll just leave it. What that means is, of course, the winner can have one or both of the two. Then if they don't, then the next highest bidder gets the option at the bid price to take the second one, and so on, descending down the bidders. So these are 2016 War in the Pacifics. This is front and back of the same coin. There's two of them. As I mentioned, and you'll be able to see, one of them has some rim discoloration. The other one does not. I think one was a roll-end. So they say victory in the Pacific over the bird and bars, and then 1945 on this side, but they are not from 1945. And on the back, they prove that by saying they're from 2016. But they got the queen, they got the eagle with the palm, with the branch, with the olive branch. Victory in the Pacific, 1945. I believe that's U.S. and Australian flag, because this is an Australian coin. These are also the kind that go big. These are collectible. It's a series. Let's look them up. Half-ounce silver. Australia also being more expensive than Canada usually, just as a collectible. 2019 half-ounce silver. Victory in the Pacific. They're actually 2016, not 2019. Sorted by price plus shipping. Lowest first. The crappiest one up there, that's all milky and shitty looking. Seriously, take a look. It's all spotted, is 21. They're about 24, 5 with shipping. So 26, 29 with shipping. But they give you a capsule the wrong size. So yeah, these are another one that run about as much as an ounce does, because they're low mintage collectible. 25, 35, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. So yeah, they're running 25 bucks a piece too. So anyway, 12, 13, 17. Hey, Jay. Winner will have the option to buy one or both. Let me try to show you what I mean about that discoloration. It's pretty minimal, but you can kind of see it on the left one here. A little around the edge here. It's just a little bit rusty, like, not rusty, but like that color they turn. And then the back of it, you can kind of see it's milky, got like a milky thing going there. This one does not. Based on the ones on eBay having similar discoloration, this looks like one of those things where Australia and Perth just didn't get it 100% clean coming out of the mint. Or it was a roll-end and somehow got exposure. But the other one doesn't seem to have any of that. It just seems like your typical put off roll, putting a vinyl flip, PVC flip, or whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah, so this one, if you win, you'll get the option to get one or both. The winner will have the option, probably want the nicer one, maybe both. If not, the second person will have the option for the second one at the bid price. Just know that it is slightly, ever so slightly discolored. You had one of these? I didn't show you that one because these are the only two of these I've ever had. I almost never buy half ounces. I honest to God don't remember where or why I got these half ounces. Or what I paid for them. But that's true of everything I got. I really don't know. I'd have to go dig through the 500 invoices that I was showing you guys before. I have like a ream of invoices that I just stacked up for those dealers that actually send one. And most of the people I deal with are like me. You're not getting no receipt. I'm not keeping no paper trail. This never happened. Sure, it's on video, but that was all just kind of a satire. That wasn't real. So anyway, yeah, I started shooting. So 12, 13, 17 to Jay. Let's drive them up a little more. These things are $25 and $30. Even in their crummy, kind of worn out conditions. And again, just looking at these ones on eBay, it's not bad care on my behalf. They're all like that. Look at this first one is just looks like it's been shot with a shotgun. This one just looks like it's been rubbed on sandpaper. The next one's in a capsule. It's pretty good. The next couple are kind of pale as well. Like, I wouldn't say like, it's almost like the silver has kind of gotten dull. I don't know. The next one got some wear on it. The next one in the picture looks like it's been shot. Mine are actually pretty good by comparison to these. These don't seem to hold up well. I'm just scanning these pictures, and I mean, even the nicest ones, like this one here, they're a little rough around the edges. It's not in a capsule, so that's partly why. You got 11 of them, Troll. How are they holding up? I mean, have you looked at them lately? This one's milky too, down here. Look at that. There's milk on that one. Almost every single one on eBay has a blemish. That's crazy. What a terrible QA run. But anyway, they're still selling for 25 bucks or more. You can get that shotgun blasted one for 21. So I need to be at least in the 20s. All right, snipers, let's get it in the 20s. Let's get them sold. Do your thing. Yeah, it really is. Strange. Well, that was not exciting. 12 to Ham, 13 to Spokane, and Jay took him at 17. Jay, I'm going to ask you, do you want one of them or two of them at 17? And I'm going to tell you should take them both. And I'll tell you why. Because if you pay $34 for both of them and sell one of them for 25, you just got the other one for $9. So that would be smart. You basically got buy one get one at half price if you buy them both at 34. If not, then that'll fall back to Spokane. Okay. Good. I don't have to take them out of their package. I can just take them like this. Okay, cool. All right, so Jay smokes, and of course I'm going to need you to not have to be reminded tomorrow, but we'll see how that goes. All right, Jay smokes 34. And you are currently shipped, so that's a new wallet, so that's +6. I think. Let me double check. Yeah, you're all shipped out because you had quite a bit of shit before. Yeah. Yep. But you got a wallet now for the rest of the year, bud. All right, so cool. You got a wallet that'll last until the end of the year. Crazy. Just like this show and 2 more. Oh yeah, I was looking at that calendar earlier and I never did declare a date. So the last show where I will do anything will be December 13th. That gives me like 15 days and the Christmas holidays to make sure everybody receives their stuff. There's no leftover wallets lingering around. Track everybody down and ship it before I literally leave the country the first week of January indefinitely. So, all right. So, cool. Jay, you're wrote down. You're walleted. You're good. All right. So, we were going to go bigger and we didn't. We went smaller. So, now let's go way big. Let's go way big. How many people are watching? 19? Well, I have 2 of these. Why don't I do those? First, I definitely got to look these up. Let's see what they're going for because I know they're special and I don't know their value. But get out your big boy wallets because it's coming. This one's you're gonna like it. But are you gonna afford it? That's the question. Can I afford to sell it with this many people in the room? Yeah, that's at about 35 bucks. Let's see here. Wow, there's not very many comps. Oh, those are all the 1 ounce ones coming up. I typed in 5 ounce, you lying sack shit, eBay. Yeah, 185. the other comp I saw there? I'd like to find a full screen of the comps. Why is it all 1 ounce once when I ask for 5 ounce once? I hate how eBay does that. All right, well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start it at a ridiculously low price. At the only one I can really find a reliable price on. Who's the dealer? Is that a reliable dealer? No, it's somebody with a handful of eBay feedback. Let me type this into Google and see what it says. I don't want to put this up without saying the price, because sometimes I put things up and I find out later it was something super special and I sold it at a regular price. And then I really don't sleep well. So, 5 ounce, yeah, all day long. They're right in there. So, cool. That's where we're going to start it. And you guys can do your own homework from there to figure out what kind of good deal I'm giving you as usual. Here we go. So this will be, and I always get the question, do I care about $1 bids or $5 bids when things are over $100? I don't care. Dollar bids are fine. Fight each other to the bitter end. I'm all about it. I think it's great. Gladiator style. So this is a 5 ounce. What country is it from? St. Helena. And it is an auction. Starting bid of the cheapest price I can find anywhere on the internet. Because most of the time they sell for about $20 to $50 more than this. This is the Truth Conquers All 5 ounce round in a capsule, which is also something you don't get at the lowest price on the internet. Is the 5 ounce capsule that fits it. It's got the lady and the baby and the stuff. And on the back, it's got the really awesome design of the queen with the super gaudy necklace and crown going that she doesn't always have, that super fancy stuff. St. Helena, Queen Elizabeth, 2022, 5 ounces of silver, highly sought after, highly collectible, highly perfect, highly beautiful, highly encapsulated, highly gradable coin. Sovereign coin. Yeah, the 1 ounces are about $50. Now, I'd like to get some interest on this because the price is absolutely right. And the good news is, for the winners who are into buying valuable things that appreciate in value and look really good and have incredible relief and design to them, the good news is that not only is there the Truth Conquers All at $165, but if you're the collecting type, I'm going to turn this auction sideways and make it a winner's choice, because I also have, from 2022 in that series, Victory Through Harmony, which is freaking killer looking, but the capsule is not wanting to click into my thingamabob here. It's way slicker than the other one. They're slightly different thicknesses or something. Okay, they're the same, but for some reason the easels are different. Oh, there we go. Shroomies at 165. Yeah, somebody saved Shroomies' life. This man's like a brother to me, and I know a little bit about his personal situation. And the personal situation is his woman can beat him up. So we don't want Shroomy to get hurt. Sucks to suck. I know you are. It's probably one of the most beautiful series on the market today. Let's take a look at what Victory Through Harmony is going for, because she's actually a little more popular than Truth Conquers All. So let's go back over to the Fleabag. I found Truth Conquers All for $165 from a no-name eBay seller without a capsule, and it was the only one I could really find. When I ran it on Google, they were selling around $200. Yeah, I know. Well, Shroomy, if you don't get any competition and you want both of them, you and I can talk about a setup where maybe you lay them away. Victory through harmony. But I wouldn't do that for just anybody. But I have done it before for somebody recently, actually. So victory through harmonies are going. There's actually some more of those listed. They're at 180. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're slightly more expensive. So they're like 165 to 185 on these at the cheapest places, and they run around $199 at the mainstream places. So for those of you that are considering whether or not you should start this series, the 5-ounces and 2 of them in the same place at the same time is kind of a big deal. They're hard to come by. There's not very many comps in the 5 ounces. Let's find out if there's any mintage numbers. I suspect it's a big enough mintage that that's probably not that huge of a advantage. What it is just having the series and perfect examples of them because they are gradable coins. So let's see, silver round, mintage. Let's do some Googling. Queen's Virtues, Victory. It might actually tell us at AppMax. Let's see. They're out of stock on them. You can't get it at AppMax. They have any of the little details about it, though? Let's see. Specs. It's made by East India Company, which is pretty awesome. As we all know, I got kind of a fetish for them. So 5 ounces and $9.99. Let's learn about it real quick. These are what they are. So, big picture here, you know, St. Helena and all that. Right, so then it says that basically what these are is 5 ounces of silver in a thingamabob, obverse queen, silver weight and purity, features Victory modeled after the winged angel at the top of Victoria Memorial, Victory through harmony. First coin of the Queen Virtue series features Victory. So that's the first one, Victory through harmony. I think the second one is Truth Conquers All. There's a 6-coin total series from the East India Company. Each covers victory, truth, charity, justice, courage, and constancy. They come in BU and proof, gold, silver, and platinum. This is the 1 ounce, but because it just says here this 1 ounce coin, but I swear it's searched for a 5 ounce one. It says 5 ounce at the top and 1 ounce in the description. So we didn't get true mintage numbers there. I was trying to find a mintage. This is the 1 ounce too. They're all doing the 1 ounce, and of course the 1 ounces are going to be minted in gigantic numbers, but the 5 ounces not so much. But if you did the math on 5 ounces, yeah, they're up there. But it's not giving me much information back, even though 5 ounces in my search. Whatever, where are we? So I got Shroomy at 165. Nobody's bidding against him, and he's getting upset. Shroomy, if that is going to get you in real life trouble, I will not make you buy them. We're all friends here. Oops. One of them just doesn't want to stand up. Oh God! You know what? I don't want to screw him up. All right. All right. Well, maybe somebody will snipe you. Maybe somebody's holding out to get a bargain. Obviously, we're not running the numbers up real big. All right, you dig. I'll shovel. I'll come and fire 21 guns. That sounds like a good job. All right, so let's do the snipers thing. Maybe you'll get saved in the bell. Well, they did misfire. They had blanks. Yeah, so all right, well, it comes down to the decision now. The first one that ever came out, the second one that ever came out, or both of them, and you're on your way to a third of the set complete in 5 ounce. That's the same chick on both coins. I mean, really, it's kind of a double. No, anyway, it is amazing how close they got her design of her face and hair. I mean, it's the same person, so that's fine, but still, they did a good job doing it twice. Yeah, let's talk tomorrow, man. I will set these aside in your wallet and write it down as a sale. Which one? Which one? Truth conquers all? The one that actually shows boobs, as opposed to the other one that actually doesn't? Is it this one? Okay. I'm going to put that in your wallet, Shroomy, and you and I will have a conversation tomorrow about how that's going to get handled. Because I know that you will. But I'm going to write it down as a total and keep track of that. Now, folks, when I do stuff like that for people, I might do it for you too, but it's got to be an airtight plan, no dicking around, especially with my clock ticking on the whole country thing. With Shroom Day, we go way back, me and him. So there's definitely no question in my mind about giving him some layaway on that if he wants to make 2 payments or something like that. So me and him will figure that out tomorrow, you know. But unless you want to show up at my house and barter for a ganja, payment plans are generally not an option. Keep that in mind. But there you go. Now that said, was anybody interested in the second one bin price of the sale at what was it, 165? Yeah. Is anyone interested in the second one at basically $30 or $40 under the average price online at 165? That's true. Heh. Farmer, I can't imagine putting it in the mail. And honestly, I have a quarter pound to last me till the end of the year, so I'm in pretty good shape. But had you asked me that 6 months ago, we might have done some road tripping. All right, so yeah, last call on that. Yeah, if anybody wants this at 165, it is for sale. I love Shroomy, but I gotta make money. And he can get one, but he doesn't get this one. All right, well, I'm gonna pull it. Shroomy, that second one's in the box. You decide if you want to talk about that too. I'll keep it near the surface. All right, well, it's fun. That was fun. You may have, huh? Well, that's what you do. You're a farmer. I'm moving to Costa Rica where it's not legal, but it's not at all a concern. Like they don't care about weed. You watch the YouTubers that are down there, and they're like growing giant plants in their front yard on busy city streets. Like it's not a thing. You can smoke in public. When I was there, we smoked everywhere on the street, on the beaches. If you get caught, what's going to happen is if a cop decides to hassle you because you're a gringo, then there's 2 things that will happen. They'll either shake you down for $20 worth of Costa Rican money, which is about 40,000 colones, or like 10,000 colones or something like that. It's like 20. They'll shake you down for lunch money, or if they happen to smoke, they'll take your weed, because technically it's illegal. But you will never be officially ticketed or fined or jailed unless you're trafficking a truckload and trying to go through the border. But on the street, on the beach, we smoked everywhere. Everybody was smoking everywhere. It doesn't matter. Cops will walk right by you. They don't give a shit. If they're not interested in your weed for themselves, you will not have a trouble. Just don't be a dick. Don't stand in a public restaurant and fire up a blunt in Pizza Hut, you know. Go outside the Pizza Hut, stand on the street and smoke it all day. All right. Costa Rica is very cool like that. All right, so let me double check the price on this bad boy, and then we'll throw this up there. So this is a 2022. We're getting a little bigger for a minute. We're gonna bounce all over the place tonight. I'm thinking a couple hours. We're about an hour into it. Yes, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell. Actually, probably not Pizza Hut. I did see Domino's, but only in major cities. But definites that are down there everywhere. Subway, Taco Bell. Taco Bell's on all the bus stops. Like, you're in Latin fucking America, and Taco Bell is one of the biggest fast food chains. And it's not different. It's the same Taco Bell we got that sucks. It's kind of funny. Starbucks, Taco Bell, Subway. Subway is very prevalent in the bigger towns and cities. What's the other one? KFC. KFC. Everywhere I've been in the world, literally everywhere I've been in the world, and McDonald's, of course. I've been to 16 countries. All of them had McDonald's, all of them had Taco Bell, and all of them had KFC. Now, Taco Bell and KFC are affiliated through Pepsi. But seeing Taco Bell, not only just like in tourist towns in Latin America, Colombia. I've been to Colombia, Peru, Costa Rica, and Mexico. And they all had Taco Bell. And it's not just like in the city for the tourists or at the airport. It's literally in like their local shopping markets and malls and stuff and bus stations where the locals are riding around. It's absolutely weird. But to them, it's not Latin food. To them, it's American novelty food, I guess. And just like us, it's good, cheap junk food. So, and again, it's a country where you can smoke weed everywhere, so it kind of makes sense there's Taco Bells all over the place, I guess. I'm just saying. All right, so this one's going to be harder to find because I'm not sure what to call it. But let's see if I can find it and get a value and put it up. Oh, I did find it like right away, actually. Now mine's a proof, so let's get the right price because those are not proofs. That one is. Yep, this is money. This is really, really money for the proof one. Now, let me just make sure that these aren't all proofs in these black and white pictures. Let's look at JM still. Australian Navy. Yeah, that's not the proof one. The proof one is different. So, or no, it's not. No, it's not. It's the same. So the lowest one is that. Okay, we're gonna start it at that. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So this is gonna really hurt Shroom Day's feelings. Just typed it in. Now, oh, there's Liberty. They're always the cheapest place. What are they getting for it? Okay, we'll start it there. That's way lower than JM, actually, but okay. I'm fine with that. Let me type. Oh, I can just copy paste. Great. All right, so this one, I said we're getting bigger. We're getting into the stuff that costs money now. Auction, but I'll start it at the lowest possible one, which is the absolute lowest place you can get it would be Liberty. And we all know Liberty, right? If you don't know Liberty, by the way, once I disappear from your lives and you can no longer buy things at rip-off prices from me and steal my silver, you should check out Liberty and Pinehurst and bullion exchanges on eBay. All of them are cheaper than everybody, cheaper than God. So, but we're going to start this at the price of Liberty. The price of Liberty isn't free after all. We all know that. All right, so dollar bids are okay, but this is gonna hurt you guys. This one here is the 10-ounce Chunky McMonkey hockey puck of Kangaroodom. This motherfucker is a half-inch thick. Well, probably a centimeter thick. Over a quarter inch. 3/8. Proof Shiny kangaroo on a matte finish. Shiny roos on matte. Gigantic fat coin. Rare. Awesome. Got the Queen's death marked on it. It's a commemorative of her. So 52. It's after she died. It's brand spanking new stuff. Wait. Till 2022. Didn't she die this year in 2023? Is this prophecy? Or am I having one of those Mandalorian moments or whatever the fuck they're called where things don't remember the way they're supposed to? Alright, so I can't even begin to put this. No, I don't have the kooks in 10. I think I can just stand it up. It's a fucking hockey puck. I can. It just stands up by itself. Those Brussels sprouts. Feel you guys. Well, smoke them if you got them. God knows I am. You guys wonder why I can't do math. All right. Well, I'm so laid back about losing money every week. Is anybody interested in the real money? In the real metal? This is over everybody's heads. You have a hard time beating that price. There's only one place you can, and I told you where it is. So it really just comes down to whether you like me or Liberty Born. If you like Liberty, well, remember, the price of Liberty isn't free. That's fair. It's a nice piece, though. These are the kind of things that gain value regardless of what silver's doing. These move past stacking into collecting. That's for sure. Here's a regular everyday old quarter. Look how thick that thing is. Well, I mean, an Aussie will tell you that a kangaroo is basically a giant jumping rat. That's basically what they are. Giant jumping rats. Anybody. I'll pull it. I'll keep it. These are just the pieces that are hard to carry in my pocket and explain to somebody that they're not worth over $10,000 and that I can bring it in duty free and fuck them. Because they start to not understand when you get to the big stuff. Oh yeah, there's always muscled up. Those guys are freaking like steroid junkies. They're a bunch of freaking gym rats. That's where they get their rat name from. This is going bye-bye. Nobody wants it. Nobody loves it. Nobody wants 10-ounce chunks at bargain prices, $31.90 an ounce for a collectible historic piece. All right, fine. That's cool. I'm writing up the next one. Don't worry. Trying to see that. Who's good with Roman numerals? What year is that? Is that 2022? Is that why there's a 2 on the end? Who knows what year that is? Thanks. Okay, so that's a 2022 MMXXII Intaglio 2-ounce UFOs over something secret, I'll tell you. Auction, starting bid. I'll start it here, but it needs to be $10 higher. I'm going to start this $10 less than I feel like I should. And I'll tell you why. Because there's no capsule, there's no packaging. I'll slip it into a little flip or something, but 22 MMXXII Intaglio 2-ounce little chunker. Nothing protecting it at all. It's just been floating around. It's reflecting color. It's not got color. It's reflecting more color. It does have a little bit of rainbow to it, I guess, in its mirror, but because there's nothing much colorful, but you can kind of see when I turn it sideways, it's not really like it's colorful. It's just happens to be reflecting nicely like that because of its prismatic surface. And these are about $60, $65, $70 or more. I think I paid $75 for it when it was brand spanking new and hot. 2 troy ounces. These are limited mintage as well. Everybody knows Intaglio is fantastic. It's a big deal. I love this series. I was trying to kind of collect some of these, but since we've got bidders and I need to make money and things need to happen, I guess the fact that I have 2 of them should be brought to light. Because they're both going to sell, it looks like. So let's do that. We'll sell the both of them. But I don't have anything they'll fit in. Like, I'll come up with baggies or some kind of plastic flip or something for them. But I don't know because they're thick. So they don't fit in 1-ounce flips or 2x2s that I have. I'll figure something out. Anyway, we are at 50 to Michael, 51 to Carlitos, 52 to Hambum, 53 to Steve, 54 to Carlitos, 55 to Steve. There's going to be a winner's choice here of one or both, or following down the line as we do. They're getting up where they need to be. They're getting closer to where they should be. Let's see if we can sell them to some people. We're going to snipe to get them both on deal, or if they're going to snipe and get one of them, or how it's going to play out. I don't know. I just know UFOs over the Sphinx is one of the most popular ones because pyramids are popular. And I could flip it around so you can see the back. They're both pretty much the same. Let's see what happens. Get them done! Alright, sold is in. This one had action, so let's go take a look and verify the validating. Validate the verifying. It looks like Sniper. Called Sniping Farmer. Slid it in there. 57. Smelling a bargain. Smelling a bargain. Want some both. Okay, buddy. Let me just for the moment, and I may try to find... Well, they'll be, you know how I pack, they'll be at least bubble wrapped, but for now I'm going to put each one in its own individual plastic bag, for lack of a better thing, handy, to be able to put them in your wallet without them getting too much damage. I'll be gentle. I'll be gentle, darling. They're very cool. He just made money because these go like 70, 80 bucks sometimes, man. Like, if you can find the right place to sell them, you can get 75 bucks for them. Easy. I know I paid probably about that for them. I think I just lost a significant amount of money on that one. And you know I did. All for the greater good. All for the greater good. 7:30. We've been on the air for an hour and a half. I gotta write those down. Let's write those down. GSF. You're the first buyer tonight, so that's plus 57 times 2. That's 57 plus 57. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's change it up some now. That was 2 ounces. What's this? This is this guy. Oh yeah. Yeah, well. No, let's move on. Like, can I ask? Earlier I got a request. Here, we'll do these. These have been going okay the last couple weeks. I've only got a couple left. These are different enough. I will do them separately instead of a choice. Because one of them is much nicer than the other one. Well, I don't want to make it a choice thing. Alright, so the first one. Yeah, I got you. I wrote it down 57 twice because then I can keep track of how many items, how many pieces, and how many prices. Well, Ronald, it can be depending on how you choose to live. If you do like I'm doing and pay outright for your property and live in a tiny home, you can live down there for $1,000 a month super comfortably. If you expect to live any kind of U.S. style life like air conditioning, hot water all the time, good fast cable or fiber internet, and something like an apartment or a condo you might have in the U.S., it's going to cost you the exact same as it costs to live here. In fact, Costa Rica is the most expensive Latin American country that exists, but it's the only democratic republic like the United States with a constitution and actual laws that you can live a life and own a gun and smoke pot in. So, at the end of the day, yeah, it's a great place to live, but just like America, you can live in a trailer park or you can live in a nice condo on the beach. And the difference is just as vast. The average rent down there for a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment's $1,500, just like here. Where I'm going, I'm buying 1/10 of an acre of land in the middle of a national forest and farms and connected to friends that have 100 acres, and I don't need the land, I just need the spot. And my all-in cost is going to be about 15 grand for the place that I live to improve it, make permanent living there. I've got to put down a gravel driveway and a few things. There was a house there already, but I've got to go back and restore a bunch of shit that's dilapidated over the last 20 years. So anyway, it'll cost me 15 grand, and then I'm in. And then my life will cost beans and rice and electric bill, cell phone bill, electric bill. Cars are double what they cost here. If you buy a car, it's going to be 25 years or older, and it's going to be a flood car from America, and it's going to cost you triple what it should here in America. But once you have it, it's very cheap to keep it. Gas is expensive. Food is cheap. It's just super relative. Every country's different, but it's something you should go watch about 1,000 YouTube videos about if you're interested at all, because the perspective is vast. And you got to be prepared to live in a third world country that moves about 2 miles a year to get things done. So, are you guys talking about me with kilos? I've got a kilo here, but it's 4 pieces. I have a kilo that's 4 East India Company 250-gram bars. I'd be happy to sell it. Also, I don't remember selling any 10-ounce kooks, but I might have. Anyway, let's do the next item. So this will be this is going to be the uglier one of the two, and I'm going to do it first because it's a little bit more circulated. It's going to be an auction with an SB of $22. Oh, So this is the uglier of the two peace dollars I'm about to sell. This one's going to start at 22. The next one's probably going to start at more like 26. But this one's kind of just grimy. She's got good detail. Nothing wrong with her detail. But you see that black stuff? And the back of her is a little worse. She's got some discoloration. Some people like it. Some people don't. But I wouldn't call it beautiful toning. I would just call it wear. But yeah, that's a worn out peace dollar with really good detail, but really crummy coloring. Putting that one up at 22, 1926S. Oh, you were selling them, okay. Not Gypsy Stacker, Hippie Stacker made me that plastic 3D printed frosted silver sign thing I wanted in a goth. He was making the silver element things out of plastic. All right, so Hammy's 22 on the peace dollar. If you got 30K, you could make it about a year in an Airbnb. But you would not be living at the Ritz. And you got to understand, South America, man. So, well, Central America. So, while Costa Rica is the most advanced democratic republic, which is the same exact kind of government we have. They have a president, they have a cabinet instead of a Congress and Senate, but it's the same thing. They got a legal side and a bill passing side. And then they got Supreme Court. Their constitution is very similar to our constitution. Citizens there and residents there, legal residents, which you can get 3 or 4 different ways. You can buy a residency by investing in the country, $250,000. You can retire as a pensioner if you're over 62, drawing Social Security and have fixed income and can prove you have government fixed income. You can become a full-time resident, permanent resident. Or you can start a business there with $250,000 or more and employ people. Or you can, there's another way I can't remember. But anyway, there's a few ways to get residency. Once you become a resident, you can own a gun. You can vote. All the things. It's just like America in that regard. But where it's not like America, my friends are trying to have a breaker box, a panel installed on the home they're remodeling. They've been through 6 electricians who've nearly killed them. Didn't pay any money. They came over and estimated a job and didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They're probably going to have to fly somebody in from the United States who understands electricity to properly wire their home. Because they just don't do things right down there. So, you do it yourself, or you get a trusted Tico, which is what the Ticos call themselves. The locals call themselves Ticos. But that's hard to come by. Like, especially if you live in the country. If you live in the city, then it's like any city on earth. You just go rent your apartment and everything works. But if you're out in the country trying to build a house or remodel or work on unimproved land like we are. Yeah, but see, you can learn to trade in America. But we're finding out quickly that, for example, down there, we run house power to a main at the street. The main then comes to a main switch on the house at your service entrance. The service entrance has lightning rods, grounded, bonded. Your neutral, hot, and ground are all bonded at the box. Then it comes into the house to a sub panel where you have your breakers and fuses. That houses have either fuse box or breakers. There, it's basically like the entire country is jacking electric off the pole, 2-wire style. There's no grounded outlets. Like, that's crazy talk. So if you want a proper electrical installation that's not done by a cowboy who also, drinks whiskey for a living, you got to bring somebody in from a major city. And if you're 3 hours out from a major city, it costs you $1,000 for a $100 job. So, yeah, there's things about Costa Rica where it's not for everybody. There's crime. I mean, I'm 55 years old. I've been mugged on the street of Bogota, Colombia. I've been chased by mafia in Hong Kong. Well, Macau. So I've gone into the deepest, darkest slums of India outside Kolkata into the slumdog millionaire land. Like, I've done these things in my life, kind of like Yes Theory or or you know, those guys that travel the world to go to the world's most dangerous country or whatever. I've done that shit, no lie, and I'll tell stories about it all you want. But at the end of the day, if you're not the kind of person with that kind of intestinal fortitude, Costa Rica may not be for you. Panama and Nicaragua are popular countries. Panama, very expensive and very stringent on tourist visas and getting there. But it's nice. Apparently, it's nice. People say they don't last long in Panama as expats. Nicaragua is a hidden gem that's an up-and-comer, but it's still fucking Nicaragua, which we used to see on the news just 30 years ago as civil war. Costa Rica is the most stable democracy in South and Central America. Peru is another good bet. Peru is a place I considered. I love Lima. It's one of the coolest cities I've ever been in my life. And that's saying a lot because I've been to a bunch. All right. Anyway, where are we at on this bid? We're at 22 to Hambone, 23 to Daniel K. Now, for those of you who are interested in other countries, other kinds of nature, I am going to start posting on my channel, Corky K. But I don't know when. Probably after I get to Costa Rica. Also, I may not use that channel, but I'll let everybody know before I leave here where the travel adventures will be and where the living adventures will be viewable at. Peru is the fucking best, man. I really loved Peru. But Peru is socialist, right? So, like, it's not cool so much to live there. I had a few expat friends there. They eventually left because of the government and the hassles for foreigners. But if you get in a major city in Peru like Lima, there's major universities. There's kids there from all over the world. It's very metropolitan. Cairo, no. UAE is the closest I've been to African continent is the United Arab Emirates. Abu Dhabi. But I flew over part of it to get from the Netherlands to Abu Dhabi, but no, I have to get to Africa and Australia to finish the continents. I've been to 6 out of 8 continents. Well, and Antarctica, but I don't think you can easily go there. So there's that. I got 5 out of 8. I got to get to Africa, Australia, and Antarctica someday, somehow. All right, Abu Dhabi is cool. Go to the gold souk; it'll blow your fucking mind, Michael. Seriously, in Abu Dhabi, go to the gold souk. Hold on, we're gonna go Googling for a minute. Abu Dhabi gold. It's one of the biggest gold markets on the planet. And when I went in there, it was like a Tuesday and like just a regular Tuesday, and so there was nobody there but us. It was like the driver, me, a friend from the area. In fact, I've been in this exact shop, and I remember that exact guy. Holy fuck. I remember that place because they were one of the few that had the gold just kind of hanging around the ceiling in the room. All of that is pure gold and 14 and 18 karat gold. Like, and this is all stores in that place. Like, you just walk into this place and you think it's fake. It's like it's fake. And then you realize that all the mall security has AK-47s. But there's no real, like, other than at the doors, there's guards at the doors, right? But there's no guards inside, and the stuff is just sitting out, like hanging in the room like this, right? Like, you can just walk up and touch it and try it on. I remember this piece too. This is one that probably doesn't sell very often, but I remember that in the display. I have some pictures of some of this same stuff. But yeah, you just walk into these places and they all look like that. It's like a mall, right? Giant mall. It's all marble. It's old. The building is 1,000 years old or something, you know, like it's crazy, man. And there's so much gold. Holy crap, is there so much fucking gold in the gold souk. It's got to be literal billions of dollars worth. Every picture I'm showing you is a different shop. And it's just wall to wall, pure gold. You want to know where all the gold is? It's in Abu Dhabi. If you don't go there, that's the only reason to go to Abu Dhabi. Go see the palace, woohoo, there's the King's Palace of UAE, yippee dippy, it's a big fence around the White House, you know, whoopie doo. Go to the gold souk, go to the beach, go to the history museum that they have that's like a living history. You walk around, people are quilting and weaving and making things and hammering out scimitar swords, and it's super cool. It doesn't take very long. You go in and out of the museum in like 2 hours, see all the animals of the area. Go to the beach. go to the mall, eat at Tim Hortons Canadian restaurant in Abu Dhabi, which is really funny. But they were the only thing open for breakfast when I got off the plane and went to the city. So, but the Gold Souk, holy cow, if you didn't know about this place, go watch videos. It will blow your minds, people. And I've seen it firsthand. I can't even begin to express to you what seeing something like this looks like in real life. When you're just standing there and your face is glowing yellow. All the people in the room look gold because of all the light reflecting. What the hell were we doing? Were we selling a peace dollar over here? We were. Let's go way back. Somebody remind me where the bidding was on this thing. It was at 22 to Hambone, 23 to Daniel. Oh, there's AK-47s. But see, what I was saying about the security. This is a country where they will cut your hand off for stealing. Right? That's not a joke. So honestly, when you walk in there, you will never feel more secure in your life than you will feel in that country. You will also be terrified because if you whistle, sing, kiss somebody on the street, dance on the street, you can be arrested. But you can also buy wacky amounts of gold. The other thing that they had in the Gold Souk that I didn't see in all those pictures was massive Rolex stores. And I don't mean like Rolex brand stores. They were just Rolex aftermarket stores, but they were real Rolexes. It's not fake. And they'd have like 1,000 Rolexes in glass cases. So again, there's $1 million, you know, sitting right there or more, tens of millions of dollars. It's just crazy. Billions of dollars of gold, guaranteed billions in that building. It's like 3 stories tall. It's like 300 of those shops. It's the biggest gold market in the world. That's what it's famous for. And oldest operating continuously. That shit goes back to the Bible, that place. All right. Snipers. Goodness. In 25 to Sean. What a good hit that was. Sean, what's 25? Wow, wow, wow. I just put that in Stream Day wallet by accident because I'm choking and can't see Sean in Stream Day. Let's put them further apart. Wait, Sean, is that a first item for you to take? No, you got the dimes. Good. Just gonna put that in the dime box because it's in a 2x2, so don't forget that's in there. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Moving on, getting back on track. Gold Souk gets me excited. Oh man, I'm a choker. I actually, check this out. Did you know it's possible to be allergic to weed or to develop an allergy to weed after 45 years of daily use? That's what the doctor tells me. He says the reason I cough so much is not just because it's cliche. It's because I literally have a weed allergy and that I should take antihistamines when I plan to smoke and that I should consider edibles. But edibles are so fucking wasteful because I eat the whole pan of brownies and just, it's fine. All right, moving on. So this is a 1923 peace dollar in better shape. Auction, starting bid. Yeah, I'm fine. People who know pot smokers know I'm fine. Nah, I've tried vaping, makes me choke even worse, and I think it's the concentrated THC. I honestly think there's something to the allergy thing, because that's what my symptoms are. I choke, runny nose, coughing, runny nose, sneezing. This is what weed does to me, and it can even happen when I get a fresh bag and give a good whiff of it. I'll cough and start to get a runny nose. So I honestly think I have literally developed an allergy to the pollen or something that's in weed. Don't do weed crack. It's pre-basing, for the love of God. Anyway, Ronald, so what K are they talking about? Well, they're not talking about K, but if they were, it would be 24 karat. It's 999 fine. When you're talking about spot, you're talking about pure gold. So, which would be 24 karat. 1923 piece dollar starting bid. We started the last one at 22. We're starting this one at 26 because it's actually nice. Here we go. Here's the picture. So this is a 23, but it's a really nice one. She's good and pretty. Good and pretty. Is that spot on her nose or the plastic? Let me get out the magnifying glass. That is a bit of a spot, but it looks worse on the camera than it does on her. It might rub off because it looks like it might be goo, not pit. Looks like it might just be a dot of some kind of soil. Well, I put it under the magnifying glass, and just to prove that I actually did that, I did that. I think it's just like a dot of dirt. Honestly, think it would rub off if you took it out of there. Yeah, no, I don't think it's on the. I think it's on the coin, but I think it's not in the coin. If that makes any sense. When I look at it under magnifying glass, it just looks like some dirt. So they got in there when they closed it up, or wormed its way in there. But anyway, there's the back of it. Not bad. Got pretty decent feathers, pretty decent lines. It's clean and shiny. It's a better one than the other one. So. 26 to Sean, 26 to Hambone. I don't know what Jay is doing there, but it doesn't look healthy. And then 28 to Daniel K. That's getting up where piece dollars should be. Get ready for snipers. Time to start thinking about sniping because I'm not going to let this one linger. We're coming up on 2 hours online already. Here we go. We go overtime a little bit tonight. Sold is in, and on my screen, it looks like Sean took that one home at 31. Nope, Sean. Yeah, he had to take that 31 insurance because Kevin would have had it at 30 otherwise. So definitely Sean, 31. There you go. Sean's conveniently buying all the things in 2x2 flips, and so far they all stack real nice because dimes and piece dollars and flips all fit in the same place. All right, so we're at 2 hours, which is all I really had intended to do tonight, but what the hell, we're having fun. People are spending money. Let's see. Oh, here's something random. What are you guys paying for face value junk silver these days? Anybody? What are you guys paying for junk silver out there? What are you seeing around town on junk? We'll do some desk cleanup. You paid 18? This is a random ass bag of stuff right here. All right, well then we'll do buck and goes on this because on some of this stuff because I don't think any of it's particularly special. It's kind of random and messy. So, yeah, and I don't really know how to better break it down. So here's I didn't even look at the years on these. This will be a buck and go. This is a 3-pack of 90% quarters. I mean, they're just junk silver. Looks like a 1944 on the front. And I don't know, I'll dump them out and see. But there's 3 of them, it's not a whole $1. That's why I wasn't quite sure how to price it. They're also not that nice. 44, 39, 2 44s and a 39. Junk quarters. We got 10 to ham bone. I guess quarters I could have got a per quarter price. They're usually between $5 and $10. Usually about $5 each, right? $5 or $6 each. So there's actually 3 of them, but only 2 of them are selling. Oops. Doop, 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 doop. Let's take all 3 for the price. So $10 is not for 1, that's for all 3. Who's gonna beat them? That's the question. They're just junk quarters. This is a desk cleanup item here. Alright, that's close enough. Sniper, snipe. I'm not sure why I don't have 4 of them, to be honest with you. How I ended up with 3 is kind of weird. But anyway, that looks like it clearly went to Gold Sniping Farmer. Bad pickup. Not a smoking deal, but not a terrible deal. Alright. Little late, Ronald. Little late. Okay, so let's go in farm 13. Okay. Can't have that one. That's my birth year. Set that over here. Okay. We'll do these 2 next. Oh, that's also my birth year. This has a price on it from somewhere in time, but God knows what time that price was put on it. Because it's certainly not that price now, so I'm going to scribble that out. That price is silly. That price is from like 1950. All right, moving on. All right, so this one is also going to be a buck and go. And I'm just going to type the abbreviation and I'll say it out loud so you know what it means. And BNG, because I'm getting lazy here. 1925 standing Liberty quarters, almost slick, I'm going to be honest with you. But most of these are. These were a coin that wore badly. When you find SLQs, they tend to be pretty beat up. I don't know what HZZ or ZZH means. Ironically, it can be either one because those are letters that are horizontally mirrorable, vertically mirrorable. So I don't know what HZZ or ZZH means, but I can tell you if it means something special, then this might be important, but I don't think it does. It's just an SLQ. From the year that you can still read down there of 1925. And the price I scribbled out was $3, and that's just not happening. You can kind of see the 3. But I am not selling it for $3 too. What is with all this random not a dollar? So we're at 333 to Hambone, which I will disqualify, but I'll take his 3 and I'll take 5 from Spokane. Who else is interested in a Slicky SLQ? If you don't have an SLQ or you're filling a book, or you just want a coin from 100 and, from 98 years ago, I guess. Coming up on 92 years ago. No, 97. Wait. Math. 1925. 2025. 4. 99 years old next year. All right. Snipe. I'm not wasting any time. Let me see a $6. That sold to Spokane. Well, Spokane, that's a new wallet. So that's a +6. So you're going to want to get in on the next couple weeks of auctions to make it worth it. +6, +5. And if not, if you pay $11 for an SLQ, it wouldn't be the biggest highway robbery in the world. All right. There have been bigger ones. No. Yes, you do. Why do I... Wait. You do have a wallet. It's from a gaw. I forgot. Scratching out the 6. Making it just a +5. You do have a wallet. Yeah, you do. It's just been a while. It's been here a while, and it's got a gaw item in it, and I forgot. All right, cool. Next up, let me just bang out this little pile of junk. You guys are always asking me about junk. Well, I really got rid of most of it, but I found this little bag of oddball shit. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Why is it never $1? Why is this a bag of oddball shit? All right. Blah blah blah. 9. These. Just, I don't even know, man. 9 dimes, and no matter which way I turn it, it's the backs of them because they're magic. And they're just, how does that work? But no matter which way I flip them over, it's always the back. Yeah, turn them around. You can remember what to do. It looks like 90%ers, all 90%. 14, 15, 16. No reason for this 9 dimes to go much over what 10 would sell for, so we'll run the snipers. Cool, thanks, Spokane. I check all that at the end, especially since everybody here is super well known. I mean, there's literally no strangers in this room. I think all of us know each other, so that's cool. But I do need it tonight, y'all. I got stuff I got to do this week. I'm starting to get into that, paying for U-Hauls and hauling stuff to storage and all that. So. All right, so sniper snipe. Ronald got one. Ronald got one in there. 17. But Sniper, your pepper would have done it. Had you re-sniped, your pepper would have worked. But Smith got it at 17. Old Smith plus 17. Now, do you have a wallet, Mr. Smith, or did we ship it? We shipped you, so you are a new wallet, Mr. Smith. For plus 6. I would take advantage of that wallet over the next couple weeks. Fill it up. Plus 6 wallet. Yeah, it's a new one. I did. I will. I got it because you didn't have one. So starting now. All right. Let's see. What else was in that weird bag? I think I'll make this thing the giveaway tonight. Plus the gram. But let's do a couple more auctions and then we'll call it. This might be one where people want all of them, so I'm going to put these up. Wait, 64, 67. I said that was my birth year and I wasn't going to sell it, but I have two of them, and one of them is in a capsule and one of them is not. So I'm going to take one that's not, put it with this bundle. And I'm going to do this as a single auction because it's just kind of cool how it works out. So let me set this up and then I'll type it in and start the show. But you'll be able to see this one before I type it in because I got to set it up and obviously the camera on. There's 4 coins here, totaling $2 of face value junk silver. But what's interesting is one of them is in a capsule and in pretty good shape, and that's a 1964 Kennedy. The next thing we have, so these are 40%, but also 90%, but it's 64, 65, 67, and 68. 68 is my birth year. And so, as you know, the 64 is 90%, but 65, 67, and 68, if I'm not mistaken, are 40%. Am I wrong? Isn't that how it works? So, we're just going to put Kennedys, and we're going to put them as a bundle. Kennedys. Kennedys. Bundle. 64, 65, 67, 68. Auction. Starting bid. You know, I'm thinking starting bid of $30 for all 4. No, that's too high. We'll start the bid at 25 for $2 of money, but it's mixed amounts of silver. Any interest in the Kennedy collection? I'm keeping one of the 68s that I have because it's in a capsule like that 64 is. And that's my birth year. So I'm putting back in the box if I don't sell this stuff. It's like a top shelf. Any interestification in the Kennedy's bundle? All right. I'll wait. But you can see the chat. So, is it 3, 6, 9, 10? And then there's the one that's 90. That'd be worth about 10. So 10, about 22. 2150. All right. I mean, I started it at 25. I'm not too far off. But melt would be around 2150. What am I wrong? Let's say it's 3, 6, 9, 1050 for 3 of them. And the other one's 90%, but he's worth about $10. He's in a capsule, he's in good shape, and he's Kennedy. So, on the whole stack, melt is like 18. I started these collectible coins at 25. Not too high. Just right. I mean, it doesn't need to get drove up super duper high, but $2 of collectible silver coins for 25 bucks is what it is, dude. Remember, these are numismatic Americana. Kennedys are one step up from just plain old junk. Half. All right, we'll kick it down though. We're gonna make it $20 as the new starting bid. I think that's wrong. I think 25 is right, but $20 is the new starting bid. Even by your own math, if they're $350 a piece for the 3 open ones, that's $950. Let's call a 64 last year in good condition in a capsule half of an $18 to $20 face, so 10, and you're at 2150 already anyway. So or 19, yeah, 20, 20, 50. There's your melt starting bid. Nobody? I'm kind of waiting for Carlitos to come back. So, Carlitos, let me know you're back. We don't want to exclude you. Or have you miss it because you were busy rebooting. Otherwise, I'll yank him. I like Kennedy. I'll keep him. I really am more about the Franklins. And I actually have Franklins that I've never showed you guys because I'm keeping them. Although there's one in this bag with all this other stuff. Maybe I'll auction it off. And then we'll wrap up the show after that by 8:30 Central Time. Carlitos, are you back and were you interested? Otherwise, I'm yanking them. Okay, Ronald's got a bid, so I'm just checking because he said he had audio issues, so I'm typing that. I'm going to move on. Did you have interest in the Kennedy Habs bundle? Now starting bid is 21 to Ron's 20 open. Not yanking you. You're not yanked. 20 will be yours. But Carlitos, right before I started, he said he was rebooting. And I know this is the kind of thing he's into, so I want to give him a chance. But we're not going to wait forever. Right now, you're at 20. I'll give it about another minute, and then I'm going to go ahead and run the sniper video, and if he makes it back and cares, then good. If he doesn't make it back and doesn't care, then yours. But I wouldn't want to blow you out if you were interested and you were having technical issues and you were a good customer all the time, too. So, which you are, and I wouldn't. So, there you have it. Everybody got to get the fare, but we're going to get ready to mark it down and make it done. So, roughly 3, 2, 1. Oh, they're yours, Ronald. That's all good. And maybe you're right, Farmer. I'm not arguing with you, man. I mean, we're both in this trying to figure it out together, but I thought I was pretty rightly priced for Kennedy's, man. I mean, they are collectible, and they are cool. And they are conveniently bundled in 4 different years. In pretty good shape. Let me put those in the bag. Just cleaning up my desk and put all the bags out of reach, and now I need them again. Ronald Smith Pile. And Nick Consti. All right, Ronald, let me write you down for 20 plus 20. All right, we're at 8:17. We're gonna pretty much start wrap. Do I want to run any more auctions here? Let's see. I should. I didn't sell very much big dollar stuff tonight and ended up not making that much money despite running longer than usual because I was telling stories. Did anybody want to see any gold? Was anybody waiting for gold tonight? Do I need to get any gold out? I know you guys didn't buy the 5 and 10 ounce stuff, so the big money stuff may not be of interest. Fair enough, gold. Fair enough. Is anybody wanting to see gold before we wrap it up? Giveaway is coming up, so hang in there. But well, I got tenths, I got some bars, I got the same stuff you see every week, Farmer. What would you be interested in? Would you be interested in, I've got I think I'm getting low on grams. I'm down to like 2.5 gram and something bars, and then I've got tenths, scores coming out my ears. I have. Let me ask you guys this. Yeah, you're not getting my Franklins. You're my dead body. You get my Benjamin Franklins. He's my hero. Lowest 1/10 price would be like probably 225 right now. but all my pieces are, you know, I sold most of the generic-ish ones. They tend to be the more rarer ones now. So I'd be in the like, let me look. Let me see if I got anything I can do for like 220. Oh, yeah, see, I do have most of my gold at this point. I got about 2 ounces left in tenths. They're mostly, it looks like Britannias and Philharmonics. I could probably do it like 220. But most of my gold is at this point it's slabbed, it's pre-33, it's foreign, it's bigger. And then I've got something I've never told you guys, offered you guys. I've told you I got them, but I've never offered them for sale. But I have gold backs, and I still have what I have left. I had bought like 2,000 gold backs, and I sold them all. I sold them so fast it was crazy, and I made a freaking ton of money. But I kept sets. I kept sets by state. So I've got like a whole set of Nevada 100. I've got a whole set of yes to what, Jay? Yes to goldbacks. Yes to gold. I wouldn't be under 220. I mean, that's about the best you're going to get anywhere on the internet is 220. If you're interested in goldbacks, I'll show you what I got. And I'll give you a pretty fair price on them too, because I bought them when goldbacks were a little bit lower than they are now. I've been debating on whether I want to sell them, and that's why I haven't sold them to anybody. It's kind of like I have the set, you know, like, and breaking it up seems sad, but let's talk about goldbacks for a minute. So yeah, I had bought like I was buying them in bands, you know, bands of 100, ones, fives, tens, 20s, and 25s and 50s, and I was selling them like freaking hotcakes, man. Like I couldn't keep them, but these are all I kept. I've sold all of them, but what's in here, and what's in here is kind of my metal money collection, which or well, metal, you get it, but. I got a silverback, which I wanted to gawk because I would never fucking pay for one of these things. First of all, I'm not that big of a fan of Silver Dragons. He's okay, but I mean, I'm no fanboy. And second of all, they were just stupid priced. I mean, it's like a thousandth of a gram or whatever of silver, and it was like $25. I'm like, not buying it. So I have that. That's a collectible. So I do have a silverback. But in the goldbacks, I have 4 states, older years. They're not original first year ones because I wasn't hip to goldbacks fast enough. But once I got hip to them and started flipping them, I managed to put together sets. And it's actually a complete set of every size note, then rounded off in hundreds, or a couple cases. They're a little bit different mix. Like, I have at least one of each size note in each state. Nevada, New Hampshire, Utah, and Wyoming. So I have Wyoming, Utah, New Hampshire, and Nevada. I have every size note in every state, but like one might have 51s and one might have 310s and one might have 210s and 41, you know, whatever. They're different mixes, but they're every size, every state for 4 of the states that are out. Mostly 2022 and 2019, 21 notes in there. They're not necessarily all the same years. So they're not perfect sets, but they're flawless sets. And each set of 100, let's see what the gold price is today, what goldback price is today. So if you go to gold, if you don't know about goldback stats, just go watch videos and make your own opinion. They're, to me, they're an interesting novelty collectible, not much more than that. But they're an interesting enough novelty collectible that I novelty collected them. I think they're cool. And currently today, one goldback is worth $420. And the interesting thing about goldbacks is they're mathematically denominated so that 50 goldbacks, 25, 10, 5, or 1 is 1/1000th of a troy ounce of gold, or 50 1,000ths of a troy ounce, or 25 1,000ths. So ultimately, each one of these 100 packs that I have here, regardless of the mix of denominations that I have them in, is a 10th ounce. So what you're looking at is one of these bundles is 100 gold backs in various denominations, one of at least one of each denomination, with multiples of some different mixes. It'd be 1/10 ounce of gold. So this bundle equals this coin's weight of gold, pure gold. Does that make sense? Defy the Grid isn't the best. Actually, finest known is generally cheaper than Defy the Grid. But Defy the Grid is kind of the de facto place to have them in stock, which is the other side of it, because everybody sells out. But I usually buy them from Finest Known. That said, you pay the price that you see on the website. So whatever those stores have, the cheapest price you're going to find at any of them is going to be that price. So just find out who's not marking them up, which is pretty much Defy the Grid, Finest Known, Alpine Exchange, and a few others. And yes, some stores accept them as money, and no one's ever going to replace US fiat money with gold backs, but they're a fun alternative to play with that are real gold. They're a great way to give tips and give gifts and stocking stuffers, or in my case, straight up collect them, which is what I do. I have them because I do feel like it's prudent to have a set of the early years of them, and I think that in the future these will be more valuable, especially graded, than they will be. They didn't exist in 1999, so that's fine. The Aurum was probably making gold foil commemorative stuff and collectibles, but they didn't start producing goldbacks until 2019. And they came out on the market at $3.60. $3.20 was over $3. And now they're at $4.20. They have continuously increased since I owned them. I would sell these bundles at $420 each. Literal spot for goldbacks. There is another state out I don't have because that came out after I did this. It's North Dakota, I think. Yeah, 2019. They were not, I don't think they were $2 very long. Well, I have the Wyomings, but that's not the new state. Wyoming was already out. I had Wyoming. The new state is, well, hell, North Dakota. It's South Dakota, which it literally was showing us moments ago. Right here. South Dakota, officially released. So South Dakota is the new one. I knew it was a Dakota, one of the others. As you can see, the exchange rate has hovered between 410 and 420 and has recently gone up with spot of gold. Overall time, they're no joke, man. They do increase. So I will sell bundles of 100 bin for 420. And I'll let you pick the state of the 4 states I've got. It's just easier to do them like this. They're all flawless. They've been straight out of bands, straight into plastic things. There's Utah, Wyoming, New Hampshire, and the one that can't get to show itself in the middle is Vermont. And I can tell you what the breakdown is, but there's at least 150 in each of them. 25, 10s start to become multiples, 10s, 5s, and 1s is the multiple. None of them have 250s because obviously that would be the whole 100 right there. But they each have at least 150 and 125, and then 10s, 5s, and 1s kind of random amounts. They all end up equaling 100. They're just different batches. They're just what I had. So yeah. So let me type that in, make it official, and basically I'll do them at spot. Bin 100, gold back, state choice, 420. We'll make that the last item of the night, 420. Well, I'm not breaking up the sets because they are perfect 10th ounce state 100 sets. So I'm not going to put myself in the position of having 93 of this and 94 of those. And I'm going to keep them as bundled state sets. But they are available. I really wasn't planning to list these or sell these. I do feel like, I mean, look at the fucking chart. Even though I don't really believe in them ever taking over the world as a mainstream currency that people will use, it's hard to argue with them as a collectible. Oh yeah, I guess they were at like 225 when they first released. There it is. There's the proof. You're right. So they started out like almost 250, 225. They are now almost double that in 5 years. So it's not a fast gain, but it's a continuous one. even here in the middle, which you can't see what I'm pointing at, but you see the line, the big jump. There's a bit of a dip and then a huge spike. And that's at 21. So that happened during COVID. COVID and new states came out, which probably made them more exciting to like the bigger state, that because they probably did like a big marketing push in, say, Nevada or whatever the hell came out that year. So anyway, that's goldbacks. I'm not gonna get into my whole opinion about them. I just feel like so no 5 1s at 20. That's not happening. No, I'm selling them as a bundle, or I'm not selling them. 100 gigabyte, 100 goldbacks, 100 gigabytes, 100 goldbacks in the bundle. So 10th ounce of gold, and it'd be $420. It's the most expensive possible way to buy gold. It kind of sucks. But once again, look at the chart that I'm showing you. It doesn't lie. So those are available. All right, that was kind of the last auction item of the night. They really are beautiful, and that's the other reason why I collect them. They just are fucking stunning looking. And you guys know I kind of like some of that weird stuff. There's the silver dragon one. And I've showed you guys this before. This is not for sale either, but this is 1 solid gram of gold, but it's not a gold back. Now this is something you guys should keep an eye out for. This is something to watch for at flea markets. Watch for this at yard sales. Watch for this on eBay. Back in the 1980s, for you children under 30, we used to use telephones to make long-distance phone calls, and that cost extra. And you would buy a phone card, which got you some long-distance minutes, and you could, kind of like paying for a burner phone, buy a phone card that got you minutes on a network, which you would dial a phone number, then put in a code, and then make your long-distance call and get a discount. Well, Mitsubishi, the same one who makes cars and premium metal clay and other products, as you can see down there in the corner, this is a serialized gram of gold phone card, and they gave these out for like promotional use in the 80s when gold was like whatever it was back then, like $2 an ounce or some dumb shit. So anyway, Amerivox was one of the biggest ones. This painting is by a famous American artist named Perillo, who is like an award-winning, acclaimed, famous American painter. And this painting is super famous, Chief John Bigtree, and it's in a museum, but this is autographed by him. And so anyway, this is a gram of gold, and I actually picked it up for just over spot, but that's an unbelievable find, because most of the time, once people know what this is and that they have one, it gets marked up very quickly. They're serialized. Now, what's interesting, though, I said it's not a gold back. That's because this isn't flexible. This piece isn't like a laminated piece of plastic with gold kind of wedged into it. This is a laminated piece of fucking metal. It's you can't bend this. I would not bend this. It would destroy it. This is flattened out gold into a piece of metal, whereas this is like spray paint gold that's still gold, but it's molecularly applied to a piece of plastic, where this is a piece of metal hammered flat in a roller. And that's the difference. That's why this is a bit more interesting. But I keep it with the gold backs to keep it flat, keep it in the wall. But it's interesting because it's a solid. This one, you can tell when you touch it, it'll cut you. Like, it's in plastic. It's in a hard piece of plastic, kind of like a light driver's license comes in or whatever. But it's a piece of metal, and it will cut you. Whereas the gold back will just paper cut you. This thing's a scalpel. So, but pretty cool. So keep an eye out for those. Nobody knows they exist. I didn't know they existed. And every time I show it to a gold bug or a coin dealer or something, they're like, holy fuck, these are cool. And then you start looking around on the internet, and they're out there. And they'll be $75 or $80 or $90 or $100. If you can find them, I think they're worth picking up. Because unlike the gold back, you can put it on a Sigma. You can tell it's metal. It will acid test. Yeah, more states coming. If you're a big Goldback fan, there's a huge Goldback group on Facebook. Go join it. Talk about how exciting Goldbacks are. Personally, I'm a little bit skeptical of them being anything more than a fun toy. And a great way for somebody to get rich selling gold at a high premium. But I do like art. And they are artistic. Let's do the end of the show giveaway and wrap this bad boy up. So that will show and tell on Goldbacks. The bundles of 100 will remain for sale at daily spot. So we'll look at goldback.com times 100. Today it's $420, so they're $420. That's how I'll sell them, because I bought them when they were $360. So I'm in good shape selling them to you at spot and making my money. But I don't really want to sell them. But if you want them real bad, I'll make it happen, because they aren't rare. So, all right. Let's do a GAW. Let's do a hashtag GAW. Let me get that over here. Get it ready. Let me reset from the last one. Turn on mods. Hey, Fat Baxter. How you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the show. It's almost over, though. All right, everybody. The keyword is going to be hashtag... I'm going to make it a hard one. The hashtag is going to be a long one. The hard one. Because I'm making it better than a gram tonight. Christmas is coming. I didn't spell it all the way out because we don't want to be here forever while people try to spell. So I use the Xmas. But believe me, I'm not one of those people who takes the Christ out of Christmas. It's fine. But I just wanted a good hashtag. Christmas is coming. We're curving into December. The hashtag prize today is going to be a gram of silver, like it always is out of the random poll, but I'm going to throw in, because we've had a good fun night tonight. We went a little bit longer, and I had that junk bag, and this is one of the last things that was left in it, is this buffalo nickel. So what year is it? I don't know. Let's find out. But tonight's giveaway is going to be a buffalo nickel and a gram of silver. The buffalo nickel is from, I think it's slicked. I don't think I can even make out a year on it. Where is the year on these things? I forget. Oh, I can make it out, but it's hard. It's either 36 or 38. Boy, it's damn near gone. But it's free, so shut up. You tell me if that's a 36 or a 38. Try to get it straight up. I think it's 8. What do you guys think? 38? Get a little more light on it. That doesn't really help. That makes it worse. It's either 36 or 38. That's as slicked out as it gets, man. I'm going with 8. I think SkyQ with the high IQ gets to call it at 8. That's agreeable. Anyway, it's free, along with a gram of silver. So get your hashtag Christmas is coming, which means you need to get your shopping done at the Cork Show, at the Historic Metals Corky Show. And you also need to get thinking about wallets in the next 2 weeks. Last official stream show of the year is going to be December 13th. That is, oh wait, no, that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 Mondays away. Wait, what's today? Oh, no, not December 13th. I'm looking at it wrong. That's November. December 11th is going to be the last show. December 11th will be the last show. That's 2 Mondays from now. So you got 2 more Mondays to fill up your wallets. And then we got to ship them. Two more Mondays to fill up your wallets and for me to try and make some money to live on for the next 3 months till I come back to the U.S. Keep this and come back. Now, when I come back to the U.S., I will do auctions probably. I will probably stream. There will be like a notice. I'll let some of the other channels I'm friends with know to let you know I'm coming, if they're willing to do that. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm in town for a month. We're going to do 2 auctions and then get it shipped and get it done. And I'll keep selling stuff when I come back to town, maybe. But we'll see. As far as the metals channel goes, I will continue it. But I think it's going to be more sporadic about content. I'm really not sure what's going to happen when I get down there. I know I'm going to have good internet. I know I'm going to have facilities to do this kind of stuff. I can't sell gold and ship it from Costa Rica to the United States because I'm not trusting that mail, and that's not happening. But But I can do videos, and I am going to be living on a pretty sizable set of rivers that include rivers that go right across our property. And I do have tremendous amount of experience, not only gold panning, but teaching gold panning, working at a working tourist gold mine. I spent a season working in North Carolina on a functional gold mine and learned it all. So I'm going to be down there prospecting in Costa Rica. I'll make videos about that for sure. Hunting gold in South America, Central America. Well, Central America, it's not South America, but that'll be interesting. And if I can get the chance, when I went to Colombia, the museum I wanted to see was closed, and that was the Gold Museum, which is kind of like the Gold Souk. It's a major destination for gold. It's South and Central American Gold Museum with all the Aztec and Mayan shit. But it's in Colombia. It's super sketchy, super dangerous. It's in Bogota. Last time I was there, I had a street fight. But I want to go back. I want to shoot a video there. So there will be content on the Metals channel. And then I'll let you know whether I either start a new jungle channel or whether I just do it on my personal Corky K channel that I've had for like 26 years. And it has like 5 videos on it about my old sports cars and a couple of trips that I've made in the past and some of the art stuff that I put in creative video that I was just fucking with. But anyway, how we doing on things over here? So Kevin Call, I don't know you, but I see that you were chatting. I don't see you in the hashtags. Let's check the hashtags over here. Let everybody get their eyeballs on their eyes. Okay, so if you got a dot, you're in. If you don't got a dot, you're not. So that'd be Kevin and Shroom Day. Now, Shroom Day, if you're sitting out to let other people win, that's up to you, man. That's not something you have to do here. And Kevin Call, I don't know you, so I'm not going to add you. I'm just going to assume you either passed through earlier or no, you did it. You did it. Christmas is coming, so why aren't you got a dot? Because you actually did it. I see it in chat. Okay, cool. I'll give you the dot. Sure, I'm doing you one anyway. What are the odds? All right, mods, keywords, regulars, 11 eligible users, 16 people watching. There's a handful of people who didn't get it done, but I'm not going to stick around that much longer. I've already been telling stories for a while. Let's do it and see who wins. Here we go. Spokane. That one's you. Getting a nickel and a silver gram. Let's see what gram you got. Let me get the envelope open. The envelope, please, for the Grammy poll. Let's see what the gram is. The random gram, the ram gram. Okay, Ramalama gram dong. Here we go. It is the it's a pew pew. Protected by the Second Amendment. It's a got shun. You got shunned by the shotgun, but and on the back it just declares itself 1 gram of 999 moderately good looking silver. Here we go. So there you go. You got yourself a pretty good gaw tonight. You got the popular gun nut, 1 nut, and then you got the hardly identifiable nickel, which was in the junk silver bag because it ain't much. All right, so Spokane, that goes in the Spokane can, which is around here somewhere. Oh, where the hell did it go, though? It's here. Daniel. Steve Spokane. There you go. Spokane like a true winner. You got a couple grams. You got a piece dollar. All right. Any questions? Any complaints? Shove them up your ass. Any questions? Send them my way. Enjoy the view of your community's pores. They'll enjoy the view of you if they're facing the right way. And we're going to pretty much call it for the night. All right, my goodness, guys. Good show. I think I wrote everything down. Send me your monies. Let's get all that info out there. It's all in the auction description. It's on the screen all the time. It's also in chat, or will be in just a moment. I do the Cash App Venmo at Historic Metals. I do the emails, the PayPals, and the Zills at info@historicmetals.com. If you do buy PayPal, please add the 4%. I'm constantly having to chase people down to add that. Please remember that PayPal costs a fuck ton of money and it's a ripoff, and we should all use Venmo and Cash App. But that's cool. Zelle is great because Zelle is direct and instant. I love it, but I didn't add it till a couple weeks ago, so I just never updated my graphics, and I'm not going to bother now. 2 more weeks of shows till December 11th. Get those wallets full and then get them gone. I love you guys. Stay historic. Have a great week. I'll look for your money, or I'll look for you, and I'll see you in the street.